right, so it is March 25th, 2026, 70 degrees out, winds about 18 miles per hour. We have our assessment shingle that we have documented a hail strike on. Insurance is paid for 3 shingles on this slope. So we are going to be testing this, the repairability of these shingles today by removing one shingle and reinstalling it, just kind of get a good feel for what's going on over here, if these shingles can be spot repaired. So to start off, we are going to use our traditional flat bar with a nice low angle so it doesn't damage the shingles while we are unsealing or trying to remove fasteners. So today we did notice that I believe our assessment shingle here, marked in pink again, is kind of already mostly unsealed. I think a little bit had been left over there. So basically what we're going to do is start unsealing our shingles above, which are going to be 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll start here. Whenever I unseal these shingles, I basically come under an applique and the thicker part of the shingle to try to prevent any kind of tears or cracks. We're starting up here on the edge where it's a little bit loose already. Work our way across. Just trying to keep this flat bar at a good flat angle. Just to get these shingles unsealed. Try to take our time on sealing these, create as little change in condition on these as possible. Number 6 unsealed now, so we're going to unseal number 5. Alright, number 5 is unsealed now. Now we're going to unseal 7 and 8. Looks like 7 was just about unsealed all the way already. And let's start on number 8 here. Once again, coming over an applique and under an applique where these shingles are thicker, which makes for a better way to start, this unsealing process. So we have our perimeter shingles unsealed now, and so now we're going to begin removing our fasteners. I do like to unseal a little bit of 4, which has a little bit of flex to it already, and a little bit of 3 just for working whenever you're doing repairs. It just makes it so these shingles don't get damaged as much. 5, 6, 7, and 8 have to be completely unsealed due to lifting to reinstall fasteners. So I'm going to begin removing our fasteners from under the assessment shingle here. So whenever I lift these shingles, I try to lift lightly at the applique and then lift with the back of my hand as to not create any damage or tear the shingles at all. And just real quick, I'm going to document or just note now, I am seeing some mat transfer from assessment shingle to number 6. It'll be a little bit easier to document once we have the assessment shingle out. I'll just go ahead and let I notice that. Alright, so we have our first fastener out. Just trying to lift these as little as possible while I'm doing all of this. Second fastener out. Alright, I have a bit of a pull through here. So pull through is when the shingle lifts over the nail head due to its getting kind of fragile or just age, weathering, however you want to address that. I'll be marking all of our condition changes today in orange. We have a pull through here. Pull through on assessment shingle. 6. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to kind of do one step here. Is I do want to kind of check these appliques. I'm gonna use just a quick my little square here. Just check to make sure that applique on number 6 is a little bit loose. Number 8 has a little bit of an edge. Number 6, so we've got a little bit. These things won't go in all the way, going in maybe about a ½ inch or so. And why we're checking on that is sometimes when installing fasteners, these can become dislodged, weakening the shingles. Number 5 has a little bit as well, so overall, appliques are in pretty good shape. Alright, so we have our fasteners out. Now we're going to go under number 5, or over number 5, and get our fasteners out from under 7 and 8. So we'll get these up as little as possible. So we had a little bit of an overdriven nail here on number 5 that was going to create a little bit of a difficulty getting this shingle unsealed or undone, so it should be okay up there. It's actually slightly overdriven. Sometimes when it's a little harder to see these fasteners up here, I use my flashlight also. Once again, just trying to lift as little as possible so I can find them. There we go. Alright, we had another pull through here on number 6. So, go ahead and document this one. Pull through 6. Shingle 6. Pull through on shingle 6. Alright. Maybe our last one. Let's check here. So let this start up here. So when these things pull through, it creates complications. Just even trying to do a simple spot repair and getting these out without, affecting other shingles just starts to get tough. Looks like I maybe missed a fastener over here. Pull through. Alright, so we now have our assessment shingle out. Let's set this right here. We can document a few things on it here. Is all of our mat transfer. If you see, this is from number 5 and number 6 over here. I mean, all you can see is fiberglass mat here. At that point, in a traditional repair, that means that number 5 and number 6 are both damaged to the extent of not being able to reseal now. So we are going to transfer. This is from 5. Mat transfer from 6. I mean, you can see just how much that shingle is just eaten up right here. Let's check the underside of this. The shingle was kind of unsealed already, so we didn't have any mat transfer from number 1 and 2. But mat transfer is so bad here that it created a tear in the assessment shingle. Let's check the rest of our stuff out here. 1, 2 are okay. Some came from number 5. Mat transfer. Number 6. Mat transfer. Mat transfer. 8. 6. Document all these. Mat transfer occurred when removing assessment shingle and unsealing 5, 6, 7, and 8. Mat transfer from 5 to assessment shingle. We do have some mat transfer here also from number 5 to number 3. So that is now going to also create other issues for number 3 as well. Mat transfer from shingle 3 to 5. Mat transfer from shingle 3 to 5. Mat transfer on shingle 5 from number 3. Mat transfer from shingle 5 to shingle 7. Twister. Mat transfer from shingle 6 to shingle 8. Mat transfer from shingle 6 to number 8. Number 4 was already a little bit unsealed, but from unsealing number 6 right here, we have mat transfer from number 4, which is now going to change the condition of number 4 as well. Mat mat transfer from shingle 4 to shingle 6. Mat transfer from shingle 4 to 6. Mat transfer from shingle 4 to 6. Okay, so we have all of our condition changes documented now. While the shingle is out, I always like to check our underlayment just to verify that it was not damaged during the removal process of the shingle. And I confirm that we have felt paper, and it does look fine. It was not damaged. Felt paper was not affected by the removal of the assessment shingle. Okay, so we are now going to reinstall our assessment shingle here and complete our assessment. So we know that this shingle fits because we just took it out. Let's slide this right back into place here. That's right. Rip hatchet. All right, so coming out here, we're gonna go under number 5 and install our first fastener. So once again, lifting with the back of my hand, trying to do as little, oh, I'm sorry, got number 5, and trying to manipulate these as little as possible. When I do have to do this, I do have to lift the shingle basically enough for the, we do have to install fasteners flush per manufacturer's specifications and lift a little higher to have a strike zone. I'll take a picture of that here in just a second when we get number 5 in first. Floating out here. And unfortunately, things like that happen as you get little chips and stuff on the corners of the shingles. And you're trying not to lift them too high. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough clearance. Let's get a side view photo. This. Now we're going to lift number 6 and install our fasteners here. Now, due to this mat transfer, it's going to create a lot of issues on where these nails are going to be able to go in securely and actually hold the shingle in. Tear here, the assessment shingle and the mat transfer. It just makes it harder to work with. All right, so now I'm going to be going under number 8. We use well, you can run into issues where the delaminates just due to this shingle not being unsealed. When you lift, you have more tension here. You can see maybe it's already kind of undone the seal here, but once again, just giving myself enough room to work. And right there, you can see this shingle is basically tinting or delaminating more than it had before. Delamination on number 8. When these appliques start to delaminate, it basically is weakening the shingle. This is kind of part of its support strength against the wind. So you know, when you're basically loosening this, it's just, you know, changing the condition of the shingle to not, and it's lessening its integrity.
Careful now.
Yeah. See, you get on these steeper slopes, and unfortunately, you know, just human error, you can hit this, get a little impact damage or chip. Number 8. I'm going to get my last fastener in here just so I can get off this slope. So, I have enough fasteners in there for now, but we basically have had condition changes to every shingle except for 1 and 2. And that's just because, you know, our assessment shingle is maybe already unsealed. If we had to use a pry bar or a flat bar on that, it could have possibly damaged it as well. So we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.